Led, que lo que?
What's up, hermana? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Excited about this third episode. For this episode, we have none other than Veronica Liu, Uptown treasure of the mighty Word Up books. Veronica, talk to me.
Hey, thanks for letting me be here today, Led and Mino. What's good?
Good, good. So, Word Up Books, the store, the space is closed for now, but the idea lives on. So, can you talk a little bit about that? What's going on with Word Up?
Sure. We've moved a lot of our book distribution has moved online. So there people are buying increased orders on our website, which has been great. Thank you to everybody who's been ordering online. But we also added digital audiobooks, ebooks, things that, me and people don't have to go outside to get them. We've also done a lot of online events to keep our programming alive, including our comics class that happens every season. We've had some great events with Julia Alvarez, Edwidge Danticat, Elizabeth Acevedo, and with all of those events, with some of those events, we were able to implement, live interpretation into Spanish, into Haitian Creole, and also to collaborate with some of our longtime collaborators as well, like Dominican Writers Association, and also Mami Chula Social Club and Borders of Light. We've been able to work together with other organizations, cultural organizations, but also other bookstores to just give some joy and solace at home through programming that can be delivered, right to your living room.
That's wonderful news. And besides those kind of events, how can people get involved and help up stay alive and stay, this crucial member of the community that it is?
Well, again, thanks to everyone who has purchased books. That definitely helps. We also just started a GoFundMe campaign because we think this will go on for a while. And even if we're able to open our doors again in some limited fashion at one point this summer, really the big gatherings, the events that we had that brought people in, those will probably have to be limited for much longer. And so just to be able to cover ourselves, we have this GoFundMe that we can plan into the future. But otherwise, just showing up for the stuff that we've got, and also letting us know where we can help, because we've been contacted by organizations, by schools, where we can still distribute in some fashion, either cheap, free, or affordable books, very affordable books, to especially at this time when with remote learning, where there's been such a need to have people really, stay at home. We have the easiest sort of solo activity to do. Solo artsy activity, which is reading. So let us provide that for you, and just contact us, on our website at wordupbooks.com, and let us know how we can get that to you.
That's wonderful. If people could do that ASAP Rocky, right? We want them to do it as soon as possible. It's funny because the pandemic has been so tough for communities of color like ours, and not just ours, but across this country. But one thing I found that the pandemic is also helped me to refine the Uptown Collective's purpose, right? Like it's kind of helped to rehone that. How have you refound the purpose for Word Up?
That's a good question. I think that one thing I've been really proud of is that what we've been working on for 9 years is really building up this kind of network. Now there's been so much talk about mutual aid networks, but when I think about the early days of Word Up, so much of what was happening then was this, fledgling mutual aid network where people were coming to us for books, and that was the anchor of the space. But really, people were coming in for all kinds of things. You all were there. I mean, you were there when people would come in and ask questions about housing, if we could translate things, if we knew where the pet store was, if we could sell them a pet or take their pet. We were just being asked all kinds of questions, classes, and how to publish a book. The array of things that people would come to us as sort of a first stop hub for questions was what really helped us figure out how, different sort of volunteers to match people who could help with those things. And I think a similar thing has happened at this time where, this big Google group we have, which is our volunteer list, people have been sending in resources, but also sending in calls for help. And we have, even though our store is closed, we have a lot of people who, were doing volunteer shifts at Word Up, who've now actually been able to turn that around and help other groups in more immediate need, to provide food, to provide deliveries of medication, to provide, to just provide a blanket to someone who's homeless, who, is left the subway at night and isn't, taking a spot at a shelter and has nowhere else to go, even though it's, code blue and it's cold. We've had different volunteers send in those calls for help, but also different volunteers pick up on that. And because that network has been in place over these years, it's been cool to see it used in this other way, and cool to see that it's been building for all of these years to be able to switch quickly to that. And while we always are happy to share books and stories and the arts, it's never been the only thing that we've been all about. We've wanted to provide whatever we can for our community that we live in, and so whatever we can do to help, just let us know.
Well, Veronica, thank you as always. I can't wait to see you in real life at some point, you and the family. So have a good one, and then we'll see you soon. Mino, take it away.
Yes, thank you, Vern. Thank you so much for coming to Uptown Palante. It's always a joy, and oh my goodness, 9 years. That's right. It's been 9 years.
9 years.
Doing this brilliant work that continues to grow. The website is right here, wordupbooks.com. Please buy a book. Support with the Indiegogo, and reach out and volunteer in some way. There's still ways to support, and we thank you so much for the organizing you've been doing, the networks you've been building that keep our community so vibrant and strong. Gracias, Vern.
Remember, y'all, spread love is the Uptown way. Thank you.